So I've been threatening you guys for some time that I'm going to be doing a life update here. And here we go. Today on Tofer's Take. So I've been, like I said, been meaning to do this for a while, and then stuff has just come up, and I've had other ideas and other things I've wanted to talk about. So here we go with the life update, and I guess it really goes back, to about a year ago when I was at a training. Well, maybe a little longer than a year ago, and if you've read the note that I put on Facebook, a lot of this might be a repeat, but I've always been curious about history, especially the history of our faith. And I did a book study with one of my friends, Pagan Christianity, which kind of didn't really get me thinking about this a whole lot, but it encouraged, it kind of was a log on the fire, if you will. And never been a big fan of Christmas, and I'll circle back to that in a minute. But about a year ago, I celebrated my first, Passover, and honestly, that was one of the best birthday gifts, that I got, in my entire life, and just that experience. So we were joking. Me and some of my friends were joking around at work, and with the topic of transgender comes up, and I'm like, yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand that. Like, so and so listens to rap music, wears his baggy pants. Maybe he's trans African American, and one of my friends' responses to that was, well, you don't eat pork, because I'm a vegetarian. You love reading the Bible and studying it. You wear a lot of black, and maybe you're a trans Jewish person. And I thought about that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could be a trans Jewish person. Just kind of, going with the joke. But it got me thinking. Maybe I could, explore that a little bit more, because, like I said, that's been something I was curious about, even prior to this discussion back in the fall. So I started, looking at, well, how Jewish holidays are coming up and how are they celebrated, and this year instead of Christmas, I tried to do Hanukkah. This year, one of my Christmas presents, was a Jewish, Star of David, and it even has like a cross in the middle of it, so this has been something that's been on my heart, in my mind for a while. About 2 months ago, I actually found a Torah believing Christian church. And I know there's a lot of confusion whether it's like Hebraic roots or Messianic Judaism, or they're just, Torah believing, okay? I'm not here to get into that debate or answer any of that discussion. Because honestly, myself, I don't know, all the differences yet. But going there, and I'm like, okay, this clicks. This feels like home. This makes sense to me. This past week, well, prior to this past week was Purim, and I wanted to kind of go out with a bang, if you will. This last week was the last time that I will regularly attend the church I've been at for the past year or so. Nothing against them. It's just the church I'm at now is a much better fit for me. You know, it's much dearer to what I'm going through and what I'm learning. Nothing against the other church. It's just I'm going this way. I got to go all in. I got to go 110%, you know? And this conclusion was hard for me to get to, but I think it is the right one. And I don't think you guys will really notice that much of a change in my podcast because I still believe, Jesus is Lord or Yeshua is HaMashiach, Anyway, you guys take care, and I'll see you next week, hopefully with a live-ish podcast for my birthday. Peace.